Welcome back to another Coffee with Coach. We've got our Dunkin Coffee here today. Lucas Savali joined by Crunch assistant coach Dan Jacob. First year with the Crunch. Dan, I don't know, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you've gotten here.
Oh wow, that's I started coaching in 2010. I got offered a job. I was playing in Europe back then, and then I told that story so many times because I didn't speak English when I first started playing at McGill, which is a English university. The assistant coach at the time, Kelly Nobes, was I never all year couldn't talk to him because my English didn't make sense. And then he got appointed in 2010 to be the head coach, and I just sent him an email saying, you want to go for lunch. You want to go for lunch because now I can actually talk to you. It's crazy. And then we sat for lunch, and then he offered me that job. I basically paid to coach because it wasn't not much that was given. It was a brand new opening, so I'm like, you know what, let's do it. It's a sign. I always wanted to coach, or I always knew I wanted to stay into hockey at that time. So stayed in first year, second year, and then they opened the job to be a full-time job at university. So you can only imagine, like it went from almost paying to coach to like a teacher's job at the school.
Yeah.
So now resumes were coming in at an insane rate, but I was the only guy that was cuckoo enough to take that job at the first place. So I ended up staying at McGill for a few years, and then graduated to the junior ranks. Was fortunate enough to be with Hockey Canada for 2 years with the under 17, under 18s. That took me to Europe to the Ivan Linka tournament. I never moved. I did university. I did junior, I did Laval.
Yeah.
Never had to move.
Yeah.
So in my head, coaching is easy. Right? For the family, coaching is easy.
You don't have to uproot anyone, right?
No, you don't even need to move. You buy a house, you stay there, you coach, and that's fun. And then I had the opportunity to go in San Diego, and that's when you really realize what coaching is all about. Yeah. So you move everybody, move your family, the car. Thank God we didn't sell the house, but after a year, see you guys later.
Yeah.
So then you okay, that's what coaching is all about, the ups and the downs, and then the Syracuse job came along, and there was no doubt.
Yeah.
I heard so many good things throughout the year about the organization, so that was a no-brainer for me from a coaching standpoint, and trying to get better every day. That was so that's how we ended up here with Joel and AJ and the boys, and let me tell you, it's been a fun ride so far.
It sure has. There's a lot going on. It's so unusual. You say though, you didn't have that real coaching. I don't want to say experience, but that feel, right? Like you said, you didn't have to sell your house or move your family or do any of that stuff. How? And your family's obviously a big part of it. They're not here right now, but just fill us in on them as well.
Yeah, that was. Everything is linked to hockey. Like I was really fortunate. Hockey gave me it gave me an education. Being graduating from McGill University, playing hockey, at that point gave me a chance to travel. And while I was playing and traveling in Eastern Europe, I met my wife in Serbia. She was crazy enough to follow me to Canada. Then we had Theo, my 12 years old son. So they didn't follow this year, but they've been part of that great adventure. It's so tough on them too, being away. I do understand we do have summer. We have a break during the summer, like the teacher would have, but it's such a it's so demanding during the year, and no weekends, and I'm lucky to do what I do. Don't get me wrong, but it's been a fun ride, and then we're going back to Serbia every summer. We have a small house that we're working on. My son speaks Serbian, so because my in-laws, they don't speak much English.
Right.
I needed to learn, so my son still laughs at me because I'm not that good. But still, hockey brought me so many good things: a chance to travel, discover the world, my wife, my kid, the great in-laws, and a chance to go back every summer. Which to me, traveling is brought me so much. So I'm really fortunate.
Yeah, well, we're very fortunate to have you here now, and look forward to seeing this journey continue for you, Dan. We're out of time here today with our coffee, but thanks for doing this, and we'll chat again soon.
Awesome. Thank you, Lucas.
That is another edition of Coffee with Coach.